Hello dear students, welcome to this class of MA Final, Indian Writing in English. And dear students, in the last video also, we talked about Mahatma Gandhi's Hind Swaraj. And in this video, we'll try to decipher what according to Gandhiji is the meaning of Hind Swaraj. Now, as we already know that this book is in a dialogue form between reader and the editor. Reader, of course, is identified as Shri Pranjivan Mehta, and the editor, of course, is the voice of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, to reply in his reply to the question, what is Swaraj? Gandhiji says that it is the home rule. Swaraj is home rule, and all Indians, you and I and all Indians, are impatient to obtain Swaraj. But to achieve this Swaraj is to drive the English out of India. Is a thought that is heard from many mouths, from many individuals. But it does not seem that many have properly considered why it should be so. And he says that it is necessary to drive away the English. The country and its people, they will be happy if the British are gone. And Gandhiji says that it is not the way. We cannot ask, please leave our country. If after they have complied with this request, their withdrawal from India means that they are still in India. Says that the question is withdrawal will depend largely upon the manner of it. And he says, Gandhiji, he says that India has become impoverished by the government, by the British government. They take away our money from year to year. That is, they are making India poor and England rich. The most important posts, they are reserved for the British, for the white. And the Indians, they are kept in a state of slavery. They do not consider the feelings of the Indians, the native. And Gandhiji says that the question whether there is any harm in associating with a tiger if he changes his nature, such a question is sheer waste of time. He says that these people, they will not change their attitude, they will not change their behavior. And he says that Englishmen will change theirs. It is not possible. This is not at all possible. And to believe it is foolishness. About his self-government, he says, Gandhiji says that as in Japan, so must be in India. We shall hoist our own flag as the other countries do. We must have our own navy, our own army. We must have our own splendor. And then will India's voice ring through the world. If we have our own flag. Gandhiji says that the idea of Swaraj is education. He says that the English Parliament is considered the mother of all parliaments. So he says that we should learn the system from them. Gandhiji, he says, I quote, that it is therefore proper for us to import their institutions. But now I want to know how we can import these institutions. And these important institutions, they will develop in India in the course of time. There is need for patience. And it is difficult to understand the true nature of Swaraj as it seems to be so easy to you. It is not so easy. And Gandhi says that for the time being, I content myself with endeavoring to show that what you call Swaraj is not truly Swaraj. It will be a time tested way of home rule, and one should have patience. We should learn the modern language, and we should also try to import the institutions from the West. But we should drive away the British. Regarding England, regarding the condition of England, Gandhi says that the condition of England at present is pitiable. He says that this mother of parliaments is like a sterile woman and a prostitute. And these are harsh terms that Gandhiji used. But then he says that this is what is. That parliament has not yet, I quote, of its own accord, done a single good thing. Hence, I have compared it to a sterile woman. Unquote. So Gandhiji says that without any outside pressure, how can this parliament work? I quote, it is like a prostitute because it is under the control of ministers who change from time to time. Today it is under Mr. Asquith. Tomorrow it may be under Mr. Balfour. So on this condition, Gandhi says the best men are supposed to be elected by the people. The people, they should, in a democracy, they should choose the right person. And the members, they should serve without pay, and they should work for the welfare of the public. The electors are considered to be educated, and therefore we should assume that they would not generally make mistakes in their choice. If the electors are educated, then they will not make wrong choice in election. So Gandhiji, we can say that he had such a foresightedness that about 100 years ago he wrote about this, that the electors, they should be educated. And in India, as dear students, you all know, we are still not fully educated country. So if the electors are educated, they will make the right choice, and good people will come into politics, and good people will be elected to the parliament. Such a parliament will work independently and for the welfare of the public. This Gandhiji, he talks about Carlyle, and I quote, Carlyle has called it the talking shop of the world. Members vote for their party without a thought. Their so-called discipline binds them to it. If any member, by way of exception, gives an independent vote, he is considered a renegade. So Gandhiji, at that time, 100 years hence, he talks about all this, that it happens in the parliament. It happens in the parliamentary democracy. All the elected members, they only are tied down to their party lines. They cannot independently express their own thoughts, own ideas. So money and time is wasted by parliament, and the views which are expressed there, they are no means peculiar to me. I again quote from the text. One of the members of that parliament recently said that a true Christian could not become a member of it. Another said that it was a baby, and if it has remained a baby after an existence of 700 years, when will it outgrow its babyhood? Gandhiji questions this about the British Parliament. So, dear students, in Hind Swaraj, Gandhiji, he expressed his views which are even today true, as we see in the parliament in different countries and of course in our own country. His ideas expressed at that time, they are true, and they are coming out true, explaining the real picture of the parliamentary democracy in the country. I hope you have understood the ideas and thought of Gandhiji on the democracy and the working of parliament. Thank you very much.